What is going on, everybody? My name is Josh, and welcome to the first episode of the Walking Dead Season 4 review. Season 4, Episode 1. Pretty good episode. Don't know the title. Will be in the title of the video, however. But, pretty, interesting episode. First of all, I want to say, hashtag Sunday Funday shirts. Join the conversation on Twitter. Also, I'll leave this link for the shirts in the description if you want to take part in it. Big thing we do with a couple of people, but we would love to expand. It's great. We talk about the show and we live tweet it using hashtag Sunday Funday every Sunday when The Walking Dead is on. Hashtag Sunday Funday, guys. It's great. But getting into the episode, we start off the episode at the prison after all the people that lived in oh my God, Woodbury. Jesus. It's been a while since I've watched the show, so my thoughts are a little mixed, but pretty good. They got a good society going on there. You know, they have all the women and children and everything, and they each have their jobs. You have all the people keeping the walkers off the fences, which is a huge problem for them because eventually they're going to keep piling up, and they could break the fence down. As you can see, the fence is pretty wobbly. It's really tall and thin, so there's not a lot of structure there, and you put enough weight against that, it's going to move. They have the farm, which Rick is tending to. He finds a pistol, and he sees a dead pig in the pig enclosure, and it's actually like he doesn't. I don't think he knows it's dead, but like that could rise a potential problem. Will it be infected meat? You never know. Like because I don't know if the infection does harm the zombies. It's a possibility. It's not 100% certain that the meat will be infected, or if animals are harmed by the infection. So rises a problem, and Herschel talks to Rick before he goes out and sets the traps or checks the traps. They have snares and stuff for like small game and other stuff. And he makes sure he goes out there for food. Like it is food. It's a good source of food. Plus, like you don't have to Sorry, I'm getting alerts on my phone. You can see Twitter is going off because of hashtag Sunday Funday. So, do they like when he goes out there? He's getting food, and he's got to make sure that like nothing happens to it, like walkers don't eat it or something like that. And apparently, he doesn't bring his gun with him. He only brings a knife. So Herschel convinces him to bring a gun with him, and that raises a question of whether Rick still wants to live or not. Like whether he cares if he lives. And he does have things to live for. He's got Carl, he's got his baby, but after Lori died, shit kind of just hit the fan. And, like, it devastated Rick, and, like, he went crazy. So, I mean, I don't know if he's still in that state of mind, but, you know. And, he reaches a boar or something, and it's, like, still alive. It's not dead, but, it's about to die. It's, like, breathing really heavy, laying down. It comes with looks like a walker, but it's actually a person, and like they look exactly like a walker. I thought it was a zombie, and it stumbled and everything, which is why I thought it was a zombie. But he looks at her, and it's a girl who's like she's really beat up. She's got dirt like all over her face, and it's a bad like image of like what people are looking like because she's on her own. She says she's got a husband, and like they're trying to survive. Like they eat everything they can. Like he gives her a ham sandwich. And I'm going to be talking about this in two different portions. I'm going to do Rick's side of the episode, and then I'm going to do like the rest of the group's side. So Rick follows this girl through the woods. She said that she's gonna lead him to her husband, and he's gonna ask her 3 questions when he gets there. Funny story about these 3 questions. On Twitter, Chaos Silencer, he always takes part in like the live tweeting, and like he asks his fans questions and stuff. Well, he said, "What 3 questions do you think Rick is going to ask him?" And I forget who it was. I can't remember who said it, but someone replied, how many people they've killed, how many zombies they've killed, and why. But he eventually gets there with this girl, and she's got like her own little campsite. Well, she like walks over to this box, and she like talks to it, and she's like telling it like that he's here to help and stuff like that. And like as they were walking, Rick was like talking to her, like they eat like anything they can come across, whether it's like dead carcasses or whatever it is. Like they just eat whatever they can, and like they try to survive in any way possible. So he does talk to this girl about like how hard she's got it, and like She asked him if he's got a camp, and he said he'll take her there after he asked the 3 questions. Well, they get to this camp, and there's like nobody there, and she's like talking to nothing. She's like, he's gonna help us. He's gonna bring us back to camp. Well, he looks around for a second, and then all of a sudden she attacks him with her knife, puts her on the ground, and he's about to kill her. When he realizes that there is no husband, the husband is actually like a zombie head in a bag. And well, she said that she wants to be with him, so she stabs herself. And he says not to kill her, like she wants to be like a zombie with her husband. So he walks away, and he takes his ham sandwich back, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so that's Rick's part. So it's really weird, like how he wanted to help her, but she was crazy anyway. So the whole time I was thinking that he shouldn't, because I thought it was a trap set by the governor. It wasn't. What she actually meant to do was bring him there, kill him, and then feed him to the husband, who's the head, which didn't happen. She just killed herself. So that kind of sucks for her. But no, it doesn't really affect anything because she was kind of nobody and she didn't really have anything to offer. As for the rest of the group, right before Rick went to go out looking for what was set by the snares, what was picked up, the group went out to the supermarket, and like a big group of them. I think there was like 7 or 8 of them went out to the supermarket to go get supplies. And it was Daryl and the new black guy. It was Tyrese's sister. I always forget her name. And it was Michonne, and it was the kid, Beth's boyfriend. And yeah, everybody's still together. You know, Maggie's still with Glenn, and Beth found this boyfriend. And Carl is friends with this kid who's like this nerdy kid, and they were telling the girls, because the girls like named this zombie Nick, and they were like giving the other ones names, and Carl tells her like not to do that, and that you shouldn't do that, and they're not people, they're actually like mindless things that want to eat you. And he's like, zombies kill people. She's like, people kill people, which is true, but like the zombies are more of well, they're just as much of a threat as the other people are, which is really tough, because you have to balance out the two. Do you worry more about the zombies trying to kill you, or do you worry more about the people trying to kill you? And it's just this rough balance that they have going on between the two groups, between the governor and Rick's group. Well, anyway, they go to the supermarket, and they go in, and right as they walk in, the camera pans up, and there's a helicopter crashed on the top of the roof with a bunch of walkers up there. Well, anyway, this new black guy, we call him Lois. I'm here with a bunch of my friends. We call him Lois from The Walking Dead, or not from The Walking Dead, Left 4 Dead, and he looks just like him, so we'd like call him Lewis. I called him Lewis. I mean, and like he goes and picks up this bottle of wine, and he slams it back down on the shelf, and the shelf falls on him, and all this shit breaks. Well, the zombies hear it. They start to step on the floor, and the floor starts to collapse, which is crazy. Zombies start falling through the floor. People are getting attacked. People almost die. Glenn almost dies. He gets so close, but the zombie tries to bite him, and they all got body armor on, which is like really useful. Say they did get bit though, that would really pose a potential threat. Zombies with body armor on, that's like crazy hard to kill, which is what you saw with the governor did that last episode. Or no, it wasn't the governor. It was when they first started clearing out the prison. They started seeing the walkers with riot gear on, and it was like really hard to kill them. So what was I saying? The walkers are falling through the ceiling. Lois is still under the I'm gonna keep calling him Lewis. I don't know his name, but he's still under like the wine shelves. They're trying to pull him up, but walkers are attacking him now. He gets stuck there, and he goes to push, like the zombie's walking towards him. He like pushes his head, and like the skin on his head peels back. It like scalps him. It's really cool how they do it. And we get Daryl with the zombie kill of the week, in my opinion. He's got a couple. He's got 2 zombie kills of the week, Daryl, this week. He pulls up his crossbow, and he like whips it up, and he just shoots his zombie like right away, like Rick would do with his revolver. Daryl just pulls out his crossbow one-handed and just whips this zombie right in the face. And then he steps on that walker that was trying to kill Lewis. Well, what happened then? Beth's boyfriend got bit on the ankle, and then he fell down, and then he got bit on the neck, and he died. No problem. Like you knew he was gonna die. Like they could have cut off his leg, like the bottom part of his leg, but it was kind of too late after he got bit on the neck, which is not possible to save, really. So, and that's really how they only die, because they all are infected, which is really, it's like a confusing topic. And I'll get to that at the end of the video, or yeah, at the end of the conversation. But because there's quite a bit more to talk about. But it's quite a confusing topic because they all are infected. We know that, but are like is it just when they die they become infected, or like because when they get bit they normally become infected, whether you die of the bite or not, whether you cover it up and it stops bleeding, you normally turn anyway, which like it doesn't matter if you have the infection in you or not. If you die with the infection in you, you will you will turn. It's pretty self-explanatory. But what what comes next? Rick talks to Herschel, and they said something like he's got to keep going, like he can't just stop. Herschel tells him like you got a lot to live for, and like he's holding the baby, and we know the baby's there now because they showed the baby. Another thing brings up Glenn thought Maggie was pregnant. Then Daryl breaks the news to Beth about the boyfriend dying, and she says that she doesn't cry anymore, like it's not worth it. They have a little board there. It's funny. It said 30 days without an accident. Well, she took off the 3, and it says 0 because her boyfriend died. And she gives Daryl a hug, and it's this like touching moment where he understands that they understand that they can't like mourn over every little loss. They got to keep going, and they got to keep pushing on. Like you can't just stop going on, like because then your progress is just pushed back, and everything just goes to shit after that. Then we have the final part of the episode with Carl's friend, like the nerdy guy, and Carol was teaching all the little kids how to use knives, and she wasn't supposed to. Well, Carl goes to tell Rick, and Carol says like, "Don't tell Rick," because apparently she's not supposed to be teaching them this. But Carl's friend, the nerdy kid, he was there with her, and he like left because he got like nauseous. Well, then right at the end, you see him like walk out, and he's all sweaty and stuff, and like he's panting heavily, and he's like moping around. At that point, I'm like, okay, this kid got bit. He's got to be infected, or there's something else because it never shows a bite. He goes to take a shower, and he just collapses in the shower, and then you see him wake up from like the sleep, and he's a walker. So I mean, it's really weird because like you don't know what made him turn, whether he got bit or what was the issue, which is it really like puzzles me because I don't get how he turned. If they would have showed a bite, it would have been different. But please let me know what you thought of this episode. I really, really enjoy looking at all the comments and reading them and talking to you in the comments. If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, tweet me at TheXUnknownPoner with the hashtag SundayFunday if you're still up by the time this video goes up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments. Like I said before, leave a like and subscribe if you are new. My name is Josh. T-shirt links in the description. I'll see you guys later. Peace.